Hello, you're watching Avenue X, and today let's talk about the recently finished airing Chinese short web drama, 招惹 Provoke. This is a 25 episodes, although each episode super short, web drama that has just finished on the platform Tencent. It is directed by Zeng Qingjie, written by Zhao Ling. This pair of director and writer have already done quite a few really well-received short dramas in recent years, including 念念无名, The Killer is also romantic, which I've made video talking about. Then 虚言, A Familiar Stranger, which I don't think I've talked about it specifically in a video, but I have finished watching this drama actually and really enjoying it. The drama is led by Li Muchen, Zhao Yiqing, Wang Ruolin, the leading actress. You may remember her from last year's really successful period drama, also on Tencent, A Dream of Splendor, 梦华录, or even earlier on Youku, the drama Rattan. The male lead actor, Zhao Yiqing, honestly, I haven't heard about him before. I think the most well-known screen presence he's had previously was actually taking part in a voice dubbing contest variety show. Then the middle-aged actor Wang Ruolin, people from the old days of Word of Honor, you know who he is. With 25 episodes, each episode actually only 12 to 16 minutes counting the title and ending song. If you calculate it based on the traditional Chinese episodic drama's length, 40 to 45 minutes, this is about 6 to 8 episodes drama depending on how you edit it. So it's definitely a short drama by 2020's standard, and I'll give it a 1 gold mine rating to land on. If I would rate it more accurately, it's like a 1.7, 1.8. And I had an overall very good experience with this drama. I watched it daily as it updates daily, kind of as my get up and get ready drama every day. As usual, I'll quickly introduce you to the story and then talk about more details to help you make up your mind about whether you should spend your time watching it. This is a 民国 setting Republic of China time drama, although it's not been very specific about location and time. It has a fictional city name, but you can think of it as Shanghai because it's short, where most of the 民国 Shanghai dramas are shot. Our female lead character shows up as a very pretty and young singer at the nightclub who seems to be interested in 2 men simultaneously, and these 2 men are father and son, a very rich businessman, and his son that he only recently acquired because he was absent from his upbringing, only just brought him back into his family. The woman approaches these 2 men and very soon agree to marry the father role as his concubine, as he's already married with an official wife. Obviously, it cannot be that simple. She comes into this family with a very clear hidden motive, but then she's not the only one with a big secret in this family. So that's how far I will go with the spoiler of the story. Now let's get to the specifics part. I'll talk about things that are not ideal for me and the things that rated this drama down for me first, because still overall I have very positive response to this drama. There are mainly 3 points that I would put it on the negative side of this production. The number 1 is it is still a very low budget drama. Being poor as a production definitely affects its quality. You can tell, for example, supporting roles often only have 1 costume that runs through the whole thing. They don't get to change. For example, when there needs to be a lot of extra hired, they don't have the budget to get a lot of people in. And when they do have people in, they all look super amateur and sometimes laughable in the background, the way they look and the way they act. Then when it comes to anything that kind of requires a little bit more budget, such as a big fighting scene, some explosive scene, that leaves a lot to be desired. So if you're looking for a very eye-pleasing, fine texture richness that can only be created by using a lot of money for a drama production, this probably is not your cup of tea. The second thing that I think really impacted my enjoyment of this drama and kind of created a barrier between me and really feeling for the characters is dubbing. I don't know why they have to dub everyone, because all 3 lead actors, they can do their own voice acting, no problem. You've seen Li Muchen doing that in previous dramas. As for the male lead actor Zhao Yiqing, he actually is a majored in voice performance person, graduated from a proper school. He took part in voice acting competition. He's really good. And then Wang Ruolin, if you've seen his previous works, you know, he's an old actor. Like, not that old, but he's been around for some years. The dubbing style of this drama is so dubbing, polished, perfect. It has a very strong radio station-made audio play quality. That could totally, again, come down to the budget, because if they actually get the real actors back and record, it usually will cost more money than, say, hire some professional dubbing actors who have easy access to studios and then very fast at delivering recording. The third point that's on the negative end is this is a very, very tropey story. They really tell it very well, which is the strength of the writer and the director pairing, but it doesn't change the fact that the nature of the story is very old-fashioned. And as soon as you get the first hint of what the female lead is trying to do, you already can guess, I'd say 80% of how the story is going to turn out. So these are the not so ideal thing about this short drama, but then let's talk about why I still would suggest you check it out. Obviously, the very simple first point is it's a short drama. You can binge it in half a day kind of thing. You don't have to worry about any negative emotional psychological impact that it may create on you. Maybe not so high-end and tasteful enjoyment, but nonetheless rather qualified enjoyment. The second great thing is this drama carries on the tradition that this director and writer have built up in previous short dramas. If you liked 念念无名, if you liked 虚言, you are likely to like this drama as well. It's so clear right from the first shot that it's done by the same team. From the camera language to the editing to the color grading and to even the storytelling pacing. This director is so at ease with his own style, and he understands fully 100% what the drama audiences are looking for. And then how do you maximize the emotional impact on the audiences with your camera, with your design of the shots, the sequences, the angles, where do you put slow motion, what kind of extreme close-up you use, what music goes with it. Everything is so cranked up to the maximum. It's like you really like KFC or McDonald's and you go to a really good store that just makes it to the absolute perfect standard that you expect. The burgers and the chicken. You spend the money, which is not expensive, and you get exactly what you want. This director and writer's pairing has definitely proven with their collections of so many short dramas now that they have mastered the art of how to tell low budget, typical familiar element story, but then making every almost shot enjoyable. So, although this is low budget, although like I said, doesn't have expensive props, costumes, and sometimes look very shabby, with what they can control, they really design the shots very well. They have very consistent look of the drama. The lighting, it's not masterpiece, it's not the best out there, but it's done by people who know what they're doing. In comparison to certain dramas recently that have no idea about what lighting means, this drama in that one department beats all those dramas 10 miles. And it's funny when you think that this is so much more lower budget. Although this is a very typical story and you are not really looking for Oscar-winning performances, all the leading actors have provided very solid, convincing acting. For the male lead actor, previously I haven't seen him in anything. At the beginning, I'm a little bit skeptical about him, but I think he did a good enough job to not make me get out of the story at any moment. And then the director definitely knows how to use this actor to the maximum. So he designed really beautiful sequences of him exposing his abs. He's skinny and he probably doesn't have the best height and proportion among young actors, but you can tell like he's been keeping up very well. And Wang Ruolin, he's so experienced in this type of roles that you don't have to worry about anything from him. If you've seen his performances previously and you can guess what he will look like in this drama, he will look exactly as you expected. I really like Li Muchen's performance. She has done very well in Rattan and Dream of Splendor, and this time she's a leading role in a very small budget drama. Maybe she's not yet, I'd say, fully ready to take a very big production fully on her shoulder as the definitive lead, but for this small drama, she's more than enough. And there are a couple of very emotional heightened moments in this drama, all pretty much on her, and she did them really, really well. So acting wise, I have no problem with this drama. I enjoyed it very much. It's a very smooth experience. Nothing jumps out to make you feel you're stepping on a stone in your shoe type of feeling. That probably is also due to the director's understanding of how to tell a good story and how to elicit performance and then how to balance everybody who are in his story to make it all flow very nicely. Then the last positive thing about this drama is because it is so small and includes no famous people and had no budget of promoting, I think for the people who probably come into this drama just because they've seen the previous short dramas of this director and they know it's kind of really cute and nice, they just want to see another one, they can create this tiny community of watchers who have a lot of fun with it and not really getting hijacked and influenced by any kind of over promotion and fandom and all of that mess that comes with entertainment businesses, dramaland. Unfortunately, these days in China, a quite rampant situation. And I so appreciate that because they know how they're gonna air this drama, they would edit the drama to the point that each of the 25 episodes, 10 minutes or 12 minutes or 15 minutes, they always end this drama on a hook. A little bit like a typical American television series where you have like 4-3 ad break in between, and they would always stop that 15 minutes at a tiny hook. Similar thing in this drama, clearly showing you it's done by people who really know how to tell a proper story on camera. And I was discussing with my friends on internet about the fact that on one hand, we really hope this director and writer team can get better investment, more money, and have a more creative freedom and give us better stuff in the future. But on the other hand, we're like, maybe the only best things they can do is doing those short dramas, because as soon as a drama gets bigger, if they get more investment, the people who pay money would start to meddle with stuff and you're gonna get too many chefs in the kitchen, and then usually that causes disaster. A lot of big budget drama fails on that, and we've seen that too many times in Chinese drama. So you hope for the best of this team for the future productions, but also at the same time, you're worried about bigger may not be better in this case. It's a pretty worth checking out cute drama. You may not be super impressed by it, but I don't see how you can get very disappointed by it either. And I think currently on Douban, its rating is almost the same as 念念无名 and 虚言. They're on almost the same level, so very consistent output quality, and I definitely would be keeping an eye out for their future works. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.